Guys, welcome back to JB's Toy Trunk for another action figure review. This time it's coming from our friends over at Harvinger Studios. That's right, guys. Savage Crucible. Hey, full disclosure, they reached out to me and they said, hey, would you like us to send you something? And I was like, sure. Completely threw me by surprise. They said there's no obligation to review the action figure. And of course, who's not going to review their great work, the great action figures that they've been putting out? Full disclosure, again, it is May 3rd, and some of you guys have already been receiving your first wave, which was shipped out just recently. So wave 1 is starting to hit a lot of you guys who backed the Kickstarter and, of course, wanted these awesome action figures. We've seen Savage Crucible at Retro Toy Con in Greenville, and we also saw them recently in Toylanta. So really excited to see what we have in this box. But before we get there, I just wanted to show you the box, the artwork. I keep most of my boxes, and this is definitely one that I will be keeping. Here you can see the Harvinger Studios, Savage Crucible, and this is just the box that they shipped it in. Look at that. How can you not want to keep that box right there? The detail is amazing. It just letting you know, once you open this thing, you're not going to be disappointed. Let's go ahead and show you what we got. Like some of you guys saw in my most recent hunt and haul video, I did show everybody that we got this right here. It is Savage Crucible, Como of the Isles. Yes, Como of the Isles. Outer box, a lot of detail. It's, you know, it's meant for collectors. It's made by collectors for collectors. Here's the side of the box. And on that side, it says Savage Crucible. And if you're interested on the bottom, there you go. It says Harvinger Studios and, of course, the barcode. Before I open that up, they did send us a little note, of course, thanking us for taking time to look at the figure, which more than welcome. And again, thank you for thinking of me and a lot of the other toy hunters, toy reviewers out there. And I'm, again, going to be linking a lot of their videos to the bottom because we've all received different variations of Wave 1. So, again, before we open up this, Wave 1, shipping out now. They're telling us that it's consisting of 8 different SKUs, 6 different Lumerian or Lizardmen characters, and 2 character packs. So now Wave 2 will consist of barbarians or humans and shape-shifting beastmen, as we call Jaeger. Wave 3 will consist of Piranoids or fishmen, and one of our main villains, the Harbinger of the Abyss. So Wave 1, Wave 2, and Wave 3, already looking forward to what Savage Crucible is going to continue to push out to us. I just can't believe I actually have one right now to show you guys. So let's see what we got. Here we have Como of the Isles, and let's open this up. Very similar to how a NECA figure would come with the Velcro tab. And there you go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up a little bit there. You can go ahead and push pause if you want to go ahead and read the scroll on the inner part of the box. Don't forget, behind the map, there is something tucked behind there. And it's so much a surprise, but it's something for you to enjoy. So we will get to that here in a minute. Right in the packaging, you can see that he's got his little tie downs right there. But the weapons and the accessories are just in there into the plastic bubble. It's amazing to look at this guy. The detail I can see from here. I mean, it's almost second to none. Let's go ahead and bust him out of this plastic. Coming right out the plastic, just the feel of his skin and his cloth, you know, and his armor. Really, really great job, guys. I'm really impressed right now. Again, pulling him out of the plastic, simple movement right around the chest and the sternum area, and a little bit on the shoulders and a little bit of the legs. Smooth, very smooth. Now, we might have to heat his joints up right around the knees. So as of right now, I'm not going to heat him up. I'm just going to pretend it's as is. But to get some more articulation, if I do need to heat it up, I'll let you guys know. But here he is, Como of the Isles. Let's take a little bit closer look at this guy. Head sculpt, the paint, the detail, the shading. If you guys could take a look at the eyes, really look good. How he has the eyes, and of course his head, how it's sculpted up there at the top, and then here toward the back you could see the scaling of his head, and then of course the scaling all throughout the body. So again, these are Lumerian or Lizardmen. Very reptile, anthropomorphic type of action figure. Let's look at the gauntlets here, right in the forearms, the detail that you have in there, where the teeth are. Oh, the paint, that highlighted orange, or that almost looks like a lava. And then of course right down here, like the shin guards, and then of course down to his feet. I really like this blue highlight and accent on his body. Kind of makes him stand out a little bit. Looks great. Anthropomorphic again, you can see it's got like chest and of course abs in here with that lizard head. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about his accessories. Here we got the sword and the hilt, the great detail. It looks like there's a little skull right here on each side, maybe from another animal, used to, I guess, either decorate or construct the housing of the sword. And the blade, the details of the blade, looks like it's seen some action. It's not perfectly, you know, it's got its dents, it's got its little marks in there like it's been in battle. Has the lettering. Now that lettering could be from, and I'm pretty sure coming from, the graphic novel. Now Savage Crucible did do a graphic novel telling the story and the lore of what we see here today. So I'm guessing those letterings and those markings, I'm pretty sure they mean something. So if you're interested, make sure you guys get that graphic novel. Let's go ahead and look at his other weapon. It's almost like a hatchet or an axe. I don't know if these are talons or nails from another animal. It's what they look like to me. And then you can see like the nice detail with the orange and a little bit of a dark wash going into more of the handle. It's got spikes around the side, and then on the back part toward the handle, you got some more talons. And they're pretty sharp. It's made out of like a hard rubber or hard plastic. And, you know, you can feel, one, it's strong, and two, well detailed. It's well made. It really is well made. Looking at the right hand, almost like that C grip. I don't think it's a grip like it's looking to give a handshake to anybody. Looks like it's about to grab somebody or even choke them. I'm just being honest. Let's look at the blue detail that we talked about on the figure itself, carries over onto the hands. And that nice scale like any lizardman should have. You could feel it, the texture. And I think that's the biggest thing with this, with Savage Crucible. It's like, not only are the paint apps good, but when you come to the texture of the actual action figure, it almost seems real. Go to the inside, you could see the palm, the lighter shade, and you could actually see the lines in the palm, just like my palm in my hand. You could see it right here. Great detail, guys. Outstanding. And going, just like we said with the weapons, you can feel that hard plastic or that hard rubber. It's really sharp on these nails and these claws. Here we are looking at the left hand. Great job. Last accessory we want to talk about is this water pouch. Has a little notch right there. I'm pretty sure hooks onto the belt. Great detail there. Looks like some dark washes in there. And again, texture. Like it was like made out of like a leather or some sort of cloth. That's the accessories. Let's go ahead and see if we could mess with some articulation. Let's go ahead and start from the top down. You got the head. Looks like a full 360 all the way around. Tilts down, tilts up, and let's look at that at the side, because that is a lot of movement in this figure. Look at that nod down. And you could almost feel it just wanting to continue to go down. And let's look at the head up. Wow. Not too much on the head up, but still, that's some good range. Let's see the attitude. Oh yeah. Left and then to the right. Awesome neck movement. Right here at the waist. Oh, there's a ball in there. Look, and at the waist. So right here at the waist and right here in the sternum. Look at that articulation, guys. Twisting here. Who would have thought that you're going to get that much articulation from these figures? Posing and pictures, it's going to be great. Going down to the legs and to the hips. If you guys can see right there, it's got the ball, comes up and back, and it actually twists right here at the upper thigh, right in the groin area too. So that's awesome. I didn't have to heat it up. I was just taking a little bit of time right there, but it does twist right there at the upper part of the hip and the groin area. Detail on the thigh, some more of that blue, and again the texture on the quad. If you look back here, it actually has two different pivot points. So you got one right here at the top of the knee, and then one right here at the bottom. The top of the knee is a little tight. I'm not going to bend it too much, but right here by the calf, Look at that. Very good. Looking at the calf and like these shin guards, the teeth, really sharp, guys. Really sharp. And the detail, the ivory, that dirty white right at the top and the bottom. It's tremendous. And then of course that deep orange, like that wash underneath. All right, guys, I was able to, without heating, just doing it a little bit carefully, I was able to get that top pivot point and this bottom pivot point. And look at that right there. More than 90 degrees on the kickback to the hamstrings. Very awesome to see. Toe articulation as well right there. Right there at the ankles. And then of course they rotate in and out. Let's go ahead and do the right arm. Right here it's got like his shoulder pads, and you can see that they're kind of ported in right here. I'm thinking for customization you might actually be able to take out his armor. And same thing right here on his back, like his shoulder pads. Let's look at his arm articulation. So right here at the shoulder, complete 360 with the little shoulder pad thing going with him because it's ported into the back. And if I'm not mistaken, butterfly? I do feel a little butterfly going on back there, but it's right inside his chest cavity. But regardless if it was butterfly or not, look at the range. He could go all the way out past his body, and then of course all the way in. Looks great. Looks really great. And then looking at the elbow, you could extend all the way down, you can bring it up to about a 90. When it comes to the wrist, rotates here, and it looks like, yep, vertical, so up and down for holding the weapons. And then yes, the other hands will go horizontal like this. So horizontal with the C grip, vertical with the weapon holding hands. Very awesome to see. And then again, just like the detail on the other hands, you could see the blue, and then of course the nails right here. Very impressive. Let's go back to the torso and let's look at this ab crunch. Look at that. He could see his shoes. When he goes back, the good morning stretch all the way back. Looking at his, I'm not gonna say is this a tunic or this is like his armor that hangs around his waist. It is not affixed, so you can swivel it back and forth and adjust as needed. The detail, guys, right here in the belt and his armor on the side, just like his shin guards, his forearm guards, his shoulder pads. With the different lines that we collect, I think my biggest thing and my biggest takeaway from Savage Crucible is just the detail, the paint apps, the way that the teeth are, the way that the claws are on the weapons, the way that his nails are on his hands, the detail in the head sculpt. Tremendous. And then you add pretty great articulation for this, I'm going to say, premium action figure. Guys, I'm not the best action figure poser, but at the same time, Como made it easy for me with his very smooth joints at the shoulders, the elbows, and then of course the way that his hands go into a vertical. He's able to grab a two-handed grip with his sword, and I just had him in this position like he's ready. Guys, this is unreal. Let's go ahead and see how easy it is to pop out the hand. So here's his left hand. Yep, the other left hand. There you go. Positive connection right there. Let's pretend like he's reaching out for you. Or maybe he's telling you to stop. You got Como in his position telling you to stop. Guys, everything from the articulation right here in his trunk or his diaphragm to his waist, again with the arms, and then his head, his attitude, left or right, smooth. Very smooth. highly impressed. Let's see if we can get a good measurement on Como, see how tall he is standing. He is standing, wow. Is that about 7.5? A lot bigger figure than we thought. So let's go ahead and pull out some comparisons. Here we have Como standing next to Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's giving him a nice little hug, saying, welcome to the toy trunk. To his right, we have the Super 7 Ultimate Conan, the Barbarian, Thulsa Doom. Here we have Marvel Legends Lizard standing to his left. And on the right, we have from the Origins line, Masters of the Universe, Cobra Khan. To his right, we have a Gamorrean Guard from the Star Wars Black Series. Since he's a little bit taller figure than I realized, I wanted to actually pull out my Marvel Select Incredible Hulk to see that size comparison. And you can see he's got some pretty good height there. We know that the Hulk is a giant figure, but about 7.5, and Marvel Select Hulk, not too bad. Now we have the Keaton Batman standing next to Como, and again, because our McFarlane figures are about 7.5 inch scale, so I wanted to show you guys that comparison between DC McFarlane and Savage Crucible. So they pair up nice and well, but again, I don't ever see Michael Keaton Batman. Well, you never know. I could see that as the next dynamic duo. Leave it in the comments. What do you think? Another figure I want to do a comparison with is Whiplash from our Masterverse line. You can see this is a beefy and big figure, and there's a little bit of a height difference, but not too much. Here's one more comparison that I just remembered. I wanted to do the G.I. Joe Classified Serpentor, and yes, we have our Masters of the Universe from the Origins line, Ratlore. One thing I forgot to do, guys, was pull out that map and see what's behind it. So let's figure that out. Well, that's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty good detail right there for an insert. It's a map of Lemuria, and you got to see all the different towns and different cities and everything like that. And behind it was this silver envelope. Wow, look at that. That looks good. Savage Crucible on the front, and this is Clutch Protector, whatever that is. Medium humanoid, Saurian, neutral good. So it has all the statistics here, your throws, skills, senses, language. So it's like a playing card. And of course, it's got the actions down here. Tail blades, multi-attack, paired blades. Very cool. So there it is, guys. Savage Crucible. Thank you so much for sending me Como of the Isles. I hopefully did it a little bit of justice for what an amazing figure it is. And not just this figure alone. I've been watching other reviews. This is a great line. And it's coming from sculptors, designers, owners, painters, artists, and writers that really are true collectors. And you can tell. You could tell in the articulation. You can tell in the paint apps. You can tell in the proportions, the detail in the weapons, the accessories we get, even the box. If you're an inbox collector, the way it came shipped to us, you know, the outer box itself, I mean, it was perfect. It was almost perfect. And I say almost perfect because, you know, nothing really truly is perfect, but this is a great figure, guys. Meticulous attention to detail is all right here. If you have Wave 1, congratulations. If you need to get Wave 1, you better hurry up. I think they still have some that are still up for pre-order and order. You better jump on it. Check out Savage Crucible. I'm going to show you a list right here of the different toy cons and toy conventions they're going to be going to very shortly. So make sure you go see these guys. Again, full disclosure, they reached out to me and they sent us this figure. And I truly want to thank Harvinger Studios, Savage Crucible team for sending this to me. If I'm going to say, if there is a con, it's really going to be, I really don't know what to say a con would be with this action figure. It's truly an amazing and great action figure, and I know the line is going to do very well for itself. Again, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button and leave your comments down there. Are you getting Savage Crucible? Are you getting Savage Crucible now that you're not just watching this video, but other people's reactions and reviews of the action figures? Marsha and I already talked. I think this is going to be one of a few from the line that we'll be collecting. Savage Crucible, you guys have definitely done wonders with this line. Wave 1, looking forward to Wave 2. And of course, Who doesn't want Fishmen in Wave 3? Always enjoy the ride, guys. Thanks again, Savage Crucible. You guys rock. Continued success. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.